What did George Lucas teach me through this book? The greatest thing about this book is that it gave me an insight into the mind of a genius, of course. It taught me a lot about how the movie was made. But one takeaway I'd like to talk about today is what George Lucas taught me about putting money where my mouth is. A lot of times, as entrepreneurs, as dreamers, as artists, we make the mistake of feeling entitled to somebody else's participation in our dreams. Remember this, you probably see your dream far more clearly than anyone else can. Even if the stakeholding is that of an emotional one, like that of your spouse or your family, whether the stakeholding is that of a financial one, like your business partners, your studios, your investors, whatever it is, George Lucas in this book teaches me about putting money where your mouth is. If you really believe that your idea is going to change the world, why go asking for other people's money? With other people's money come built in their doubts, their own ability to judge your ideas, their prejudices, their biases. So go out there and put your own money where your mouth is. Now, many of us don't have the privilege of money, neither did this gentleman here. However, we have conviction with us, or at the very least, we have an understanding that if somebody is going to put money into your ideas, they're going to not possibly believe in yourself as much as you do, and it's absolutely fine. So what he did was, I remember for the sequel of Star Wars, by the time he wanted to have absolute control over the product he was creating and he had earned his stripes. So instead of taking a large upfront fee as a director, which he was entitled to, he decided to take over control. He wanted sequel rights. He wanted the right of making the film exactly the way he wanted. And he kept with himself something which at that point looked stupid. He wanted to keep the ability to make toys out of it. Who would buy toys? The studio thought. So he became a multi-billionaire because he retained the rights for things in lieu of salary upfront, number one. Number two, he almost mortgaged his house and he took a loan, I think. I don't know the technical details of it, but essentially he put his money where his mouth is. He almost put his house up as a mortgage, and whatever money he was getting from the toys business from the first movie, he took a bank loan and made the second movie. He funded it himself. So now the studios had the tables turned on them, and he went to a studio and said, listen, I'm going to put the money, so you don't take your 50% share, which you usually do. I'm going to put the money, I'm going to make the movie myself. Now you tell me how much money you want to distribute the film to get my film onto the theaters. That's your only job. Now that's called chutzpah, that's called guts. Put your money where your mouth is, just like George Lucas did.